Hey Yogi, welcome to class. If you are new to the channel, I'm Ree and this is Drakey, sleeping for now. And if you are returning, welcome back. We love practicing with you here on YouTube. Before we get into it, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. And if you enjoy the class, please give it a like at the end and just leave me a comment. Let me know how you got on or what you liked, maybe what you didn't like, and just any other comments of what you'd like to see coming up. If you do all those things, we are very appreciative. It helps us to grow our tiny little corner of YouTube. So, on to the class. I've got quite a few props today, which is not particularly usual for me. So I've got two blocks. If you have blocks, great. If not, don't sweat. Pop the blocks towards the top of the mat. They will just be handy for a bit later. I've also got a bolster and a blanket. You can just use anything really to elevate the ground up towards you that's soft. So you could use like a cushion from your couch, some pillows, lots of blankets, just anything really. I've got the blanket on top just to add a little bit more height from this bolster. And the class is just going to be quite short. The reason for the class, or the purpose I guess, is just for when you're just feeling a bit sick. So maybe you've been a little bit sick or a little bit under the weather, a bit groggy for whatever reason, you know, chest, cold, whatever, the dreaded Rona. And maybe you've not been on your mat for a couple of days and you just feel like the urge that you do want to do something, but you don't want to kind of go into a heavy vinyasa practice or, you know, do like 108 sun salutations or any crazy stuff like that. You just want to move through the body and just feel like you could loosen up a little bit and, you know, open up. So this will be great if, you know, you've maybe had a couple of days where you've just felt a little bit ropey, haven't had the energy to do a full practice on your mat, but now your body, your mind, maybe even your spirit is just yearning for a little bit of movement, just to get some energy moving around the body, get some air coming through the body again. Obviously, what I would say is if you are like coming to your mat shivering and, you know, you are struggling to like breathe easily and you just feel absolutely wretched, then, you know, I would say don't do the class and just go back to bed and stick on a podcast or something and just chill. But if you're feeling like you are okay for a bit of movement, then pop your bolster in between your legs. If you don't have any props, don't worry, just come into a regular child's pose. So leaning forward onto the bolster. I'm going to stay a bit lifted just because my mic tends to, it kind of sounds like I'm shouting in a cave if I come down too low like this. But you could take your arms either side of the bolster, palms raising up if you feel like you could do with receiving from the universe. And then feel free to just relax into the bolster. So I'm staying lifted, but you can feel, you know, heavy and supported. We're just going to take probably 5 breaths here just to arrive. Maybe it's been a little while since you've been on your mat, and sometimes it's nice to just be reacquainted with how it feels to be on the mat, especially in this very restorative beginning. Of course, if breathing through the nose today is a challenge, as it is a little bit for me, I'm quite bunged up myself, then of course breathe through the mouth. Just do whatever you need to so that you can have good quality of breath, long and strong breath. That being said, as you, on your next inhale, just notice how it feels to have the bolster or whatever prop you've got under you, and you've got that kind of reaction as you inhale and press in automatically to the bolster. And then see if you just move a bit closer to it on your exhale, softening in more, surrendering more. Inhaling. Try and make the inhale nice and strong. And then as you exhale, try and let go of it softly. You're not pushing it away, you're just letting it go. Inhale. Feel the chest push against the bolster or your prop. And exhale, softening. Relax more of the body with each exhale. Sink deeper. Inhale. Nice strong breath. And exhale. Inhale. Try and take that breath right the way down into the very base of your hips, the bottom of your spine. And exhale. Feel it metaphorically just traveling up that torso, through the throat and out of the mouth, releasing anything in the body that's not serving you. One more deep inhale. Feel the goodness of the air coming into the body to revitalize you. And then exhale. Nice and softly. Let go. Release. Nice. Slowly come up off your bolster. Lift your chest, lift your head, and then move your bolster out of the way. We are going to use it for Shavasana, so keep it handy. And then come, if you've got a blanket as well, then it might feel nice to just unroll the blanket and have it around halfway down the mat, just so that when the knees go down, we have some support. Looking to be nice and easeful in this practice. Bring your knees together and then sit back into a more traditional Balasana, child's pose. Let your chest come as close to the thighs as they can. If your head goes all the way to the floor, of course, feel free to let it go. Notice how the shape changes when you take the bolster away and bring the knees together. We'll take some spinal waves just to move through our spine. So as you inhale, start to lift your butt up and off your hips. And as you come forward, tuck your chin to your chest. Think cat pose here and puff through the shoulders. And then soften through your elbows and slowly start to lower your hips down. So you're kind of coming into this low cobra. So bend in the elbows here. And then exhale, push away, puff through the chest, puff through the shoulders and come back towards the heels. Nice. Inhale, arching through and then softening the elbows. Think cow pose to drop the hips. And then exhale, take it back the other way, push through the shoulders, come back. Nice. Inhale. When you get to the top, bend the elbows, lift the chest, think cow pose. Exhale. Take it the other way. Come all the way back. Inhale. One last time. So get to the top, think cow pose, bend the elbows, slowly drop the belly. And then exhale. Push all the way back. Nice. Walk your hands back to your knees and come off the blanket. Fold the blanket so it's not too thick and then take it up towards the top of the mat. From here, standing into Uttanasana, so stand just in front of your blanket and stand roughly hip distance. So inner hip distance rather than like super wide. And then just take a moment here to feel like you can be strong, find stability, and really just suction cup the energy up from the floor to really create that beautiful arch in the foot. Lift through the kneecaps, engage through the quads, through the hips, slightly turn on the glutes. Take the hands down by the side, palms facing forward, coming into Tadasana. The gaze can be soft. It can be ahead. At this point, you might just be basking in the small wins, and that small win might be that today you got on your yoga mat and you haven't for some period. So if that is how you're feeling, take that moment to soak it in. Enjoy being in this present moment, standing tall. Again, we're taking those strong inhales and soft exhales. Nice. From here, reach your arms up, all the way up, lift your gaze, Urdhva Hastasana. And then take your right hand, right fingers wrap around the left. Really pull up on your inhale, and on your exhale, start to take a little bend over towards the right. Inhale, come up, switch the hand. Exhale, take the bend over to the left. Feel open through that right side. Inhale, back up. Switch hands. Exhale. Inhale, one more. Switch hands and exhale. Inhale back to center and exhale, release the hands. Step onto your blanket if you've got one. If you don't, of course, nothing is ever essential. But if you've got your blanket, just pop your heels onto it so that just the heel ball of the foot is still on your mat. Inhale, reach up, look up, Urdhva Hastasana. Soft bend in the knees, exhale, fold down, Uttanasana. Let your chest come down onto the thighs, so deep end of the knees if that's needed for that. And just notice how it feels to just pop a little bit more weight than maybe you usually do into the balls of the feet. Inhale, flatten through the spine, lift the chest, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Nice. Take opposite hand to opposite elbow and just allow yourself to sway from side to side. Feeling the weight move across the feet, the toes. And then hands to the mat, release. From here, just bend the knees deeply so you can come up, and then feel free to just fold that blanket and pop it to the side, so maybe on top of your bolster. We're going to take just 3 rounds of a standing variation of our Awakening Surya Namaskar B. So the Bs are so tough, and if you are feeling a little bit under the weather, they wouldn't be what I would advise. But this is a standing variation, which just lightens a little bit of the load, puts a little bit more work into the legs, and less into the upper body. So first of all, just stand nice and strong onto your feet. Feel all 4 corners of both feet, and again, suction cup the energy up. We want to be receiving the energy up through the legs rather than caving into the mat. Take your hands into the center of the chest. Take an inhale here. Exhale. On your next inhale, draw your left knee into your chest. Find some balance. Stand nice and tall on that right leg. And then your next inhale, you're going to take your hands in front of your shoulders. And as you exhale, you're going to kick and push that left leg out in front. Hands push away as well. Inhale, rebend that left knee and slowly start to travel the left toes all the way to the back of the mat. Coming in to a double bent leg lunge. So deep bend of that left knee, and think about just squaring the hips off here. Driving down through that front heel and dragging it back just to cinch everything up. Your arms are reaching up, double bent leg lunge. As you exhale, can you drive through that back heel to work to straighten the leg whilst keeping everything in the pelvis, the hips the same. As you inhale, the hands come through to the center of the chest. You're going to lean forward and come into our crouching warrior. So deep bend of that front knee, lift in through the back leg. Exhale, straighten the front leg, warrior 3. Inhale, hands forward, left foot back to where you came from, into a high lunge. Exhale, cinch up, take the hands to the nape of the neck behind you. Inhale, straighten through that back leg to lift the heart, lift the chest. Take a little back bend, look up. Nice. Inhale, hands back through to center. With control, drag that left knee back into the chest. Exhale, stand. Inhale, reach up, look up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, cactus your arms, lift your heart. Inhale, hands back to the center. And exhale. Do the same on the right. So really put energy into that left leg. Stand nice and tall on it. Inhale, draw your right knee into the chest. Exhale, find some balance. Inhale, hands in front of the shoulders. Exhale, kick and push everything away. Inhale, rebend that knee, drive it underneath you, and then send that right foot all the way back. Bend through that left leg. Come into that double bent leg lunge. Cinching up through the inner thighs here by sending the right hip forward and dragging the left heel back. Exhale, can you straighten through that back leg a bit more? Inhale, hands through the center. Lean forward, feel that hamstring engage to lift you into a crouching warrior. Exhale, straighten the leg, stand, warrior 3. Inhale, slowly come back to a high lunge. Exhale, hands meet behind the neck. Inhale, lift up, look up, lift the heart, shine the collarbones. Exhale, hands back through. Slowly drive that right knee into the chest. Drop the right foot down. Inhale, reach the arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, push your hips forward, cactus your arms, lift your heart. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, Samastitihi. 2 more of those. Inhale, left knee to the chest. Exhale, push that left foot away. Inhale, draw it back under you. And slowly find your double bent leg lunge. Exhale, push through that back heel. Inhale, use that right foot pressing into the ground to drag you into your crouching warrior. Exhale, straighten into warrior 3. Inhale, hands forward, left foot back, high lunge. Exhale, hands behind you. Inhale, lift up, look up. Exhale, hands back through the center. Slowly come back, left knee to chest. Drop that left foot. Inhale, reach up, look up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, cactus your arms, push your hips forward, lift the heart. And then inhale, Samastiti. Exhale. Inhale, right knee into the chest. Exhale, kick and push. Inhale, draw it back in and slowly take yourself back. Double bent leg lunge. Exhale, kick through the back heel. Inhale, lean out. come forward into that crouching warrior. Exhale, warrior three. Drop your shoulder blades down your back. Inhale, hands forward, right foot back. High lunge. Exhale, hands meet behind the neck. Inhale, lift up, look up. Exhale, hands through the center line. Drive the knee into the chest and stand tall. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reach up, look up. Exhale, cactus. And inhale, Samastitihi. Nice. From here, weight onto that right leg. Inhale, left knee in. Exhale, push away. Inhale, send it back and behind you. Gently drop the toes. Come into double bent leg lunge. Exhale, can you drive through that back heel? Inhale, lean forward. Find your crouching warrior. Drop your shoulders down your back. Exhale, warrior three. Inhale, back into high lunge. Exhale, cinch it in, hands behind you. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, come back. Left knee to chest, drop the foot. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, Samastiti. Exhale. Last time. Weight into that left foot. Inhale, right hands, or both hands in front of the chest. Right knee draws in. Exhale, push away. Inhale, draw it back in. Send the right toes back with control. And find your double bent leg lunge. Exhale, kick through that back heel. Inhale, lean forward, crouching warrior. Exhale, warrior three. Inhale, back into high lunge. Exhale, hands to the nape of the neck. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, back through, right knee to chest, and drop the foot. Inhale, reach up, look up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, reach up, and exhale. Samastitihi. Nice. I forgot to mention the blocks are there in case the balance wasn't with you. So hopefully if you did have the blocks, you used them. If you didn't have the blocks, hopefully you didn't need them. Nice. From here, we'll inhale, reach the arms up, look up. Exhale, soft bend in the knees, forward fold, Uttanasana. Head is heavy. We'll circle chair from here, so deep bend of your knees and roll yourself all the way up. And then just start to take spinal rolls up and down. There is no aesthetic that you need to work towards here. You're just coming up and down, trying to release any stuck energy in the body in whichever way feels good to you. So maybe coming up and down one side or just straight up the middle. This might feel amazing if you have had some lethargic few days. Just to be free, no structure, but just movement and feeling. Nice. Beautiful. Finish up wherever you are in a forward fold. Nice. And then grab your blanket and take your blanket behind the heels, and then deep bend of your knees, come all the way down onto your blanket. It's just a nice softness for you. So we'll move into our Shavasana now, and if you didn't have anything that was like a bolster at all and you didn't use one, but you do have blocks, then we're just going to have a little bit of a gentle heart opener. So if that was you, you're going to take one block, like kind of the long way. That'll be where your head goes, and you'll take one block the narrow way, and you will lie on the block. So your head will go onto this block and your shoulder blades will kind of fall either side of this block. So I've done that in a few classes before. It's not something new. If you did have the bolster, or you made your own version, which is, you know, pretty easy to do because most of us are practicing at home and have stuff we can use. So if that was you, grab your bolster, pop it to the end of your mat, and then grab your blanket. I just want this to feel like as nice and kind of yummy, I hate that word, restorative, that's a better word, for you. So maybe roll your blanket if it's kind of like one of these big ones, and then pop it in half. And then come down onto your butt and pop the bolster, so it's right at the base of the spine, so right where your butt would connect to it, and take the blanket underneath your knees. It's just going to feel just really kind of restful, and then you're going to lie back onto the bolster. Let the hands go out. Let the feet flay out. So if you had blocks here, you're still lying, you're going to get pretty much the same feeling. You're still lying back, you're still opening through the chest. I figure that like a lot of us, if we are feeling a little bit ill or just in recovery, it's nice to just feel like we're really opening through the chest to finish. We started really small and closed. Now we're going to finish really open and expansive. Close your eyes. Take a moment to reflect, but not hold on. So if you're like, oh, that was easy peasy, I'm ready to get back into just regular vinyasa, great. But if you thought, okay, at times, you know, I still felt like not really 100%, and you know, that was had a bit of challenge in it. That's fine. Be gracious with yourself and know that whenever you're recovering from any kind of like just not feeling great, and maybe that's just lack of sleep or burnout and not necessarily an illness, you know, just be kind to your body. Your body will get back to wherever you perceived it was. Keep doing these practices until, again, they feel easy again and you want to go back into a more vigorous practice. So however that reflection just went for you, now just let it go. Let it move away from you like a wave. Move into your Shavasana, your place of rest and ease. Let your body melt into whatever props you have chosen. Let them act as your support right now. And sometimes we all need a little bit of extra support for the body. So let them take that role here. Really allow yourself to melt here into long Shavasana. Give it as much time as you have available to you. Stay as long as you can. This is where Drake and I will leave you. If you are feeling a little bit under the weather, then we are sending you all the good vibes. And if you just fancy doing a bit of a lighter practice, I hope that this gave you something that you needed. Until we practice together again, Yogi, thank you.